Bohemian is a person with some artistic or literary interest who disregards conventional standards of behavior. That's the dictionary definition of bohemian. And is the name apt for this pen? Yes, the design and appeal is pretty artistic with trims and jewels and everything on that. Does this disregard convention? Yes, it does. Retractable nib or Mont Blanc. Now, how common is that? So I've done away with the box. It's pretty standard, but I've kept it in one of my pen pouches. And what do you see here? Now this is a pocket-sized retractable nib, sort of safety fountain pen for Mont Blanc. And now I guess very few modern Mont Blancs are out there, but talk of Bohemes, and they are coming in so many distinct trims and attributes that they themselves are no longer now a rarity. This one is in, as you can see, in black acrylic or so-called precious resin with the red stone mounted on the clip. Now let's first come to the design. I simply adore the form and the curves on this, on the clip design, on the cap ring, the placement, the barrel ring, which is here, and the bottom cap itself, which sort of itself teams up with the rest to send off a very elegant and aesthetic appeal. And don't forget the band above the writing section, hidden here, which mentions what you possess. It's a Mont Blanc Boheme. The craftsmanship is very good, barring few things that trigger my OCD here and there. What you see here are 6 peaks of the white snowy mountain on top with the ring around that. And you see a plated clip with bejeweled lower end of that. It's got a very brilliantly crafted red jewel. And this ring, really love the soft curved lower end of this, which says nothing, and hence it probably says a lot. Now open it to find the nib missing. Yes, because it's lazing inside like a tortoise, only to be awoken by placing the cap on the back and twisting. So after a few turns, you can see the two-tone 14 karat nib with the distinctive Mont Blanc artwork on top of that jettisoning out. The filling mechanism is intriguing, but the cleaning mechanism is a bit of pain. Now here also, which I pointed out, you can see the band which says Mont Blanc and Boheme mentioned there. Now if you have to know about the filling mechanism, then you have to open the cap at the bottom. You let the nib retract inside again, and then the cap loosens up and you remove this. And then this mechanism here, you have to uncap it. There is a hinge here. Yes, this is the hinge. You uncap it, twist it around, and the cartridge sort of pops out as the nib popped out on the other end. Now the filling mechanism is obviously cartridge converter, and there is no other way you can fill this pen. You can probably use this cartridge, fill it with injection syringe, and then use them time and again. One more attribute which I'd like to mention is that if you sometime happen to put the cap back on with the nib still jettisoning out, there is a small rod inside which will sit back against this blank recess here on the feed of the nib, and hence it makes sure that the nib is safe and it doesn't hit out against the inside of the cap. Now cleaning has various methods. They've been described on Fountain Pen Network. Placing one cartridge over the other, kind of making it a molded injection assembly where you attach a syringe on top of the bag by cutting it out. I've probably taken a very simplistic approach. I remove the cartridge, I fill it with water, and I put the cartridge back, and I just keep on taking the ink out of the whole feed. I usually shake it very violently, and I've seen that after I've used probably the cartridge filled with water twice, it really does the job well, and the water that comes out at the end of the second cartridge fill is generally clear water, so I'm good to go with that. Now coming to the size comparison, I'll just place it alongside another pen which was kept inside here, and you can see it side by side in comparison with an Aurora 88. And if I uncap it, but it's a big task, no? Now you can see that the lengths are very comparable, but the nib size of this is not the same as that. So it's probably size 5 or maybe even smaller. I'm not sure about the size, but it's a small nib. So let's come to the writing with this pen. As you could have seen on the sticker placed there, this is a medium. It's a 14 karat nib, I forgot to mention. The ink is so very pretty. Montblanc Irish Green. Let me zoom in a bit. Now, writing with this pen may or may not feel very distinctive. It's smooth, and the line it lays down is got medium to high wetness, and it does write with very minimal feedback. It doesn't immediately instill a feeling of oomph while writing, like other Montblancs which I own, because probably this is a medium nib and I have sort of got gravitated towards the fine ones. It is, as I said, it is medium to moderate to high wetness, but somehow strangely, even though the nib isn't very dry, it does feel so while writing, despite Irish Green being such a good flowing ink. Now flex I won't, and reverse I don't usually. Very dry and scratchy, not a very good reverse writer. Okay, so I'll just zoom out of this. Yeah. So what I don't like about this pen, well, the cleaning mechanism, as I said, it's pretty cumbersome to clean off this pen, and there's no help from Montblanc. The cleaning apparatus is probably not very easily available. It is a compulsory post. Now, many people who have small hands may not find that, but I generally found that if I have to write it with, if I have to write even a couple of sentences, writing unposted becomes an issue. So it is a very good pen to make big statements time and again, but it's not very good to write short statements time and again. So you get my gist, because if you have to write long sessions with this pen, you really have to every time uncap, post, take the nib out, and then start writing. I mean, who has so much of time while taking quick notes, and add to that this issue of misaligned clip, which triggers my OCD time and again. Now, is this intentional? Because I saw this happening in one of the videos of Nibsmith as well. Overall, the price of the pen, yeah, it is priced. I got it from the eBay at a price of about 520 Canadian dollars, and it does seem aptly priced for this beautiful pen, but there are certain challenges to endure before you really develop a liking for this. So I hope you like this video. Let me make that formal ending. I'll see you soon. Keep safe, people.